Hi, this is a brief tutorial on using georeferencing within QGIS. We're going to georeference a historic map of Athens, Georgia in this example. Um, we're using QGIS 2. I'm not sure QGIS 3 has just come out. It might be a little bit different, but if you're using QGIS 2, this is the basic steps that you need to follow. So the first thing that we need to do is make sure that we have georeferencing enabled. So let's go under plugins. It should already be installed. The plugin that you need, it's Georeferencer GDAL is what you need, and you'll see it's been installed. We just need to activate it. To do so, we just click on this box right here. That's it. Click on close, and now when you go under raster, you'll see that Georeferencer is listed here. Before we do that, let's set up a reference layer. You can either upload a street-based shapefile if you have that available, or you can just load OpenStreetMap data or some other base map through the Open Layers plugin, which is a really handy tool. So let's go ahead and click on OpenStreetMap here, and we're going to get the whole world. We're going to zoom in to just Athens, Georgia. Give it a second to load here. So there's Athens. Give it a little bit. So here we go. This is generally the study area we want to look at. Just give it one more second to load. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do is, in my experience, to shift your projection. Move this up a little bit. Shift your projection over to WGS 84 so that you're using decimal degrees rather than meters, which is what you're using here. Meters or feet. So I've clicked on that projection button, and we're going to choose WGS 84 or NAD 83, some decimal degree based system, whatever works for you. It's going to make the map look a little weird, but it's going to mean that the coordinates that you get in your georeferenced image are going to be the correct ones. Okay, so now we've got this reference map set up. Let's go ahead and load our image. So if we go under raster georeferencer, it opens a new window. Unlike in ARC, where that's done kind of in the same window, in QGIS you have a separate window with the image, which is better or worse, take your pick. This is different. We're going to use this 1925 map of Athens, Georgia, which shows the extent of different kinds of business uses over that time. So I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. We start by simply finding control points. In georeferencing, you create control points. That is, this point here corresponds to this point over here on this map. This is a little bit hard to see right now, so let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. I'm going to zoom into the area right around downtown. Usually what you want to find is easily identifiable points, right? So here's an example where we've got, this is Prince Avenue, is a street right here, and this is Pulaski Street. It's a nice major intersection, pretty easy to locate on both maps. So we'll start with that. We click on this point and say we could either put in our X and Y coordinates if we know that. We don't. So we're going to say let's choose it from the map canvas, which will flip me over to our main map here. So now I need to find where that point is on OpenStreetMap. And it is, here's Pulaski Street right here. So it's Prince and Pulaski would be right about there. There we go. Now these coordinates are inputted. I click OK. And we've got one control point. Let's do 3 or 4 here and just see how it goes. So that's 1. Let's do this one, which is Broad and Lumpkin. It's another major intersection right in the corner of the UGA campus. So I click on from map canvas. There's Broad and there's Lumpkin Street. There's Broad and Lumpkin right there. So it's that point. Click OK. And then we'll move down a little bit. We're going to do an intersection called 5 Points, which is Millage and Lumpkin together, which is right down here. So let's do that. Click on this point from that canvas, and here's that same intersection today. And let's take one more. Generally, you want your control points to be scattered throughout the map. So based on what we have right now, let's do one that's maybe over here in this area. Maybe we can try to do, this is the tougher one because the streets are a little bit different then than they were now. Look down here. Actually, let's go over to this side. So we'll actually choose one right from this area, this corner where Hancock and Broad meet. Let's choose this one. going to choose from map canvas. Where is that Hancock and Broad intersection? So here's Hancock, and here's where it bends down. So it's just listed right there. So now we have 4 points, right? And if we were really wanting to be precise about this, we would pay attention to these dx, dy as they get loaded. That tells us how good a fit this is, how much it has to distort the map image. We're not going to worry too much about that for this video. We're just walking through how to do this in QGIS. So the next thing we want to do is set up our actual transformation, how we're going to change this map into a geo-referenced image. Off various recommendations, we're going to use thin plate spline as our transformation type. Our target projection system is WGS 84, which we're happy with, and we're going to just designate where should this go. I'm going to put this in a temp folder, and we're just going to call this present use modified 2. I've got a couple other previous examples in there. And I think that's it. And then say loading QGIS when done. Click OK. That sets our settings. To do the georeferencing, you just click on the play button, and it will take these control points. Generally, you'd want to have more than this. Maybe 7, 8, 9 is a good number. And click on play. And then we just twiddle our thumbs for about 30 seconds or so while it does the work of georeferencing this image. Usually doesn't take too long. Again, if you have, and now you can see these dx, dy, and residuals are here. These just are measures of fit, how well this map image corresponds with the georeferenced image that you've created. And so that can be useful for diagnosing how good a fit is. Especially with hand-drawn maps, you don't know how much they were done to scale. And so it's useful for that. Okay, so this is done. It's thinking. Give it a second. And when we're done, we should have a georeferenced image on this map. There it is. So now we want to just see how well did this line up. If we turn this map off, turn this map on, let's follow like Prince Avenue here. Looks like it captured it pretty well. How about Millage, which goes down this way? This map right here. Again, it looks like a pretty good match. So I'm pretty happy with this as a basic example. I'm going to go ahead and close my georeferencer. I don't want to save my control points. And now I have a georeferenced map that's been saved on my computer. So hopefully this is useful for you.